What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome to Zero Reflex. This is a recently released indie game, and right off the bat, I can say it's pretty awesome. We have 3 difficulties to choose from. The green eye is normal mode, the yellow one is hard, and the red one is nightmare. I will play on hard because for this video I am going to get the flawless achievement, which you could of course get on any other difficulty, but I'm not playing this game to make it easy, so I do like to challenge myself like that. At first, it may look similar to something like Super Hexagon, but there are some more features like power-ups. We have a shield, which is really overpowered. It makes you pretty much invincible against everything, and that other power-up that sort of forms an orb around your character, which is the white shape on this outer circle, and that green orb destroys all the projectiles. And you may have already noticed how this level is completely different from the last one. Every level has its own unique music, unique enemies, projectiles, patterns, and I really like that. I really like that about the game, and your first playthrough will be really exciting, seeing all the different levels. Every level is 30 seconds, you do have the timer on your lower left corner, and in total there are 20 levels, which get harder and harder the more you progress with the difficulties. And really, normal mode is pretty simple. Hard is challenging, especially if you do a flawless run like I am doing right now. And nightmare is literally a nightmare. Nightmare mode makes everything so much harder. The projectiles are way faster. You only have 1 life. On hard you have 2 lives, which I won't need because, as I've said before, flawless achievement. And on normal you have 3 lives. If you die on normal mode, you get set back 1 level, which means you don't only have to redo the level you died on, you have to actually go back and redo the previous one as well. On hard you go back 2 levels, and on nightmare you go back 3 whole levels, which will definitely be frustrating if you are very far into nightmare mode and you die at the end. You have to redo everything, and if you die 2 or even 3 times in a row, it can get really, really awful. This is the last achievement I need before I will only play Nightmare mode, and I'll definitely try to beat it at some point, but Nightmare mode really is a challenge and definitely worthy of an achievement on its own. Now we have, thankfully, a very simple level, the flower petal one. Even on nightmare mode isn't very special. The level order is also sort of random. There are some definite patterns, like level 7 will always be the same. The last level will always be the same. As you see, level 7 will always be this rocket one. And there are some levels which always appear at the beginning, and some levels always appear in the middle, and some appear towards the end. And by the way, the rocket level is really simple. You just have to quickly read the pattern and you're safe for the most part. You even get a 4-second break at the end, which is really nice. Not all of these patterns are random for the levels. Almost every level has some RNG factor. But for the most part, if you do a level once and you do the exact same thing you did before, you will beat it again. So you could theoretically beat this game by pure trial and error and writing down your strategy and doing that every time. That definitely works. And I would even say that it's required for nightmare mode, that you really know your strategy, know where to go, where to stand, and at what spot, at what time. That's very important if you are aiming for 100% completion. And 1 second left, done. Oh, this is also one that can get very dangerous if you don't have a good pattern. For me, I just stay down here, and basically I don't ever go to the upper half of the level. If you stay here, you are fairly safe. The spikes are of course a minor threat, and you can always, if you get a power-up, it's more or less a break. But I don't really just take a break, an actual break when I get a power-up. I do like to still play the game and try my best. Because if you take a break and don't focus, you can easily lose all of your focus. And in a game like this, where you really have to focus, well, 10 minutes, if you die, of course, more all the time, and one death can be very crucial, you should stay focused and move around. Alright. Level 12. We are past the halfway point, and this level is, at first, it gave me so much trouble, but now I pretty much have a good strategy. All I do is I move left, slowly, I ignore the red triangles that spawn on top of us. All I do is avoid the black triangles, like that, and like that. And we even have a shield, which means we are safe for the last 5 seconds. Oh no. This is a level which still kills me way too often. It's not too bad, but for some reason I still die, or I make the wrong calls, I'm at the wrong spots, and of course that leads to my death. That's not good. Okay. That was a good call. And that was it. I like that in the last 3 to 5 seconds the level kinda stops. So you don't really have to survive the whole 30 seconds. It is pretty generous with the seconds, and even the rocket level especially, it just stops before the last 5 seconds. Okay, that was a bit too close for comfort. And good. This one. Awesome music, awesome idea, but very, very dangerous. It has killed me a bunch of times so far. Okay. You do have a lot of space to move around in and to avoid those huge shapes, but I can't perfectly see where they will end up. They move to the left 2 times, and then they kind of shake, which makes it harder. Now we have the pollution level, at least that's how I call it. And there's a fairly simple strategy. Just stay in one corner and follow the rotation of the level, and you will be mostly safe. And again, it even stops shooting those projectiles. Now we have the level with, I'm calling it right here, the best music in the game. Very confusing for the first time. But something like this is always the same. Those saw blades always move in the same directions at the same time. That was bad. I put myself into a very dangerous position. Level 18, we are really close. This is a very good run. Of course, I did practice all of the levels, so I really should beat this right here. There's one more level which I'm very afraid of. It's the next one, definitely, because the last one is always the same, so it will be level 19, the ball level. Screw this level. My strategy is always move into the same direction, and always only focus on the one that bounces into the other direction. Let it overtake you here. Okay. 7 seconds. If I get the shield, I'm safe. And I'm safe. And the last level, which is pretty simple. You have these 3 balls, which kind of split into a lot of more projectiles. That power-up is super strong in this level, so always, if you can, safely, collect that. 10 seconds left. Okay. What? What am I doing? Alright, forget everything I've ever learned about this level. I have a new strategy, which is basically stay on the left side. If I stay on the left side, I should win. I still can't believe I died so often. At the end, at the very end. If I die here, I don't know what I will do, and that is it. Get the power up just to be safe. That was Zero Reflex. A really cool, a really awesome little indie game, and definitely recommend it if you want to challenge yourself. Thanks for tuning in, I hope you liked this video, and until next time, take care.